So it will be a basic introduction. I don't want to go in deep. So I'll tell you what integration suite stands for and what are the like capabilities are there and how we use these capabilities and how we will be working in the client environment. Just a simple and sample introduction. Is it fine with you, right? Anusha? Okay. Let me share my screen here.
Okay.
So you are able to see my entire screen here. Let me present my screen here. Okay, fine, right? You're able to see my entire screen? Yeah, Anusha. Is my screen visible or not?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. The first thing I'll walk you through this trial account. You know that, right? How to start a trial account. Okay. I'll try to go on with our next class to making the trial account. Okay. How to start with
Okay.
the trial account. How to how to encapsulate the capabilities of the SAP CPA. Now I'll just show you how the working environment look like. Okay, what are the capabilities we have and what are the capabilities like if you're working in the client environment, how these capabilities looks at a larger extent. Okay, let me
Okay.
let me open this trial account. It's a the first thing, right? When you enter the tenant, the first thing what you need to identify that whether it's a Neo or Cloud Foundry. Have you heard about Neo and Cloud Foundry?
Yes, I have known about it. Neo is like SCP proprietary and the Cloud Foundry is like open source.
Yeah, very good. So that's too good. Okay. So the first thing, so how do you identify whether our tenant is a Cloud Foundry or Neo? That is the
Mm,
thing. I can tell you based on URL itself, we can tell whether it's a Neo or Cloud Foundry, and it's one of the basic question. I'll tell you, it's a starter for all the interviews. So they will ask you,
okay.
oh, it's like what is the difference between Neo and Cloud Foundry? What you have answered is particularly a good one. Okay. And next thing,
Mhm.
SAP, like if you are using the Neo, it has Neo databases, like SAP maintained databases. If you are using Cloud Foundry, you have AWS, Azure. Okay, these databases will be using in the Cloud Foundry. And next thing, when you used to see this URL, right, you can
Yeah.
see CF. Okay,
Hmm.
CF apps. Then we can say that this is a Cloud Foundry environment by looking at the URL itself.
Okay.
Okay, that is the one thing you need to keep the mind. Okay, it's a Cloud Foundry environment. And next thing, now coming to the capabilities. So I'll be teaching you not only the CPI. See, I'll tell you nowadays the people what the interviewers are expecting, they wanted some SAP BTP integration suite role. Someone who knows the BTP and also the integration suite capabilities. You got me?
Yeah.
So when you open this integration suite, the first thing what you see is like this API management here. Okay, this is one of the capability of this API. Is one of the capability of CP. Okay, integration suite. Okay, next this is the CPI building of your integration scenarios. This is also one of the capability here. Okay, next is a trading partner. So trading partner management we call it as TPM.
Hmm.
Okay, this
Yeah.
implementing interface mapping like we call this thing as integration advisor. This is also one of the
Yeah.
capability here. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll tell. Okay, and next thing is like these are the main capabilities you will be working here. Okay, and next thing come.
So you will be explaining about all these capabilities in this course.
Yeah, I'll try to cover all the capabilities here. Okay,
Okay.
API management. I'll show you the client role itself, how the client looks, how the API management looks in your client scenario. I'll try to show that. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
not recording, right? Try to show you. That's what I'll be trying to do. Let me. Manish, I think is anything from our. We are not recording the session, right? Manish, think we are not. Okay, I'll show you now. I'll try to show you all these things. API management, I'll show you what's the API management, how the API management looks in the client scenarios. Okay, how the index
Okay.
CPI, I'll show you. Trading partner management, I'll show you now itself. MIG, MAGs, I'll show you. Okay, and next also integration like SAP event mesh is also there. It's a part of one of the capability of integration suite. I'll try to show you that also. Okay, so the first thing, okay. So I'm telling you, right? You need to learn as a part of integration suite, not the CPA. Okay. If tomorrow someone asks you, so what sort of a developer you are, you should be telling them I am a integration suite developer. You got the difference between CPA and integration suite now. Got it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, fine. Okay. So that's the one of the capabilities you need to keep in mind. I'll show you one by one how this looks like. I'll show you small. Let me go with the API first. So someone asked you what is API management. Have you heard about API management? Any idea? Anything?
I have heard about it, but I don't know anything about that API management.
So let me show you. So all these things, three things come into picture. Now I'll go to the APIs here. So this is my trial account.
Okay.
So what's happened, right? This is we call API management. I'll tell you in simple. Okay. CPI, you have bare minimum idea or you have zero knowledge on CPI.
I have like some basic knowledge. Like I went into the Open SAP course into CPI,
Okay.
so I know something like theoretically I know.
Theoretically, you know.
Yeah.
So okay, fine. So API management, what it will do, right? Suppose I'll show you this. API management, I'll tell you in a smaller level. Okay, I don't want to go too deep also. API management, what it will do? Suppose there is an URL. Okay, I'll say go rest. I think. Okay, so this is a normal open source URL. It will give the data on all the user data, ID, name, email. Okay, this is normal open source URL. Okay, API which gives the data of users. You got me right?
Yeah.
If you hit with the postman, normal. I'll tell you the use case, the common use case, the common question where the people will be asking what is the use of API, API management. I'll tell you. Tomorrow, what I'm doing, right? From the API management, I'll be exposing this URL to one of the ECC system we have worked before. Okay. So what
Okay.
happened, right? Tomorrow, if I'm going to change from ECC to S4 HANA, do I need to
Mm-hmm.
change the URL? I need to change. I need to pick the same URL from the ECC system. Then I need to same configure in the S4 HANA. Okay, you are
Okay.
getting me right. So
Yeah. Yeah.
when you use this API management, what will happen, right? So go to the URL. Just give any name users. You will be creating one proxy URL. Just give any path, title, Telega, etc. Okay, API base users. Just for your understanding itself. Okay, don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
So you will be creating one proxy URL. Proxy URL means so this URL looks entirely different, right?
Yes.
That URL looks entirely different, and this URL looks entirely different. Just deploy it. Okay, APM successful. You can see this target endpoint URL. Okay.
Mm.
So tomorrow, what I will be doing, right? Tomorrow, when I am trying to, so when you try to hit this URL, you will be getting the same data. I'll show you. I need to deploy. I think so. Click to deploy. You have got the same data. Fine, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow when you try to change the system, so I'll be giving this URL to my ECC system when you are trying to upgrade from ECC to S4 HANA. So what I'll do, right? I'll change the URL here. So when you go to this APIs here, so users, target endpoint, edit. So tomorrow if you want another API, right? So what I'll do, I'll copy this API and I'll try to keep it here. I'm not disturbing any sort of end system here. You are getting me, right? So what
Yes.
I'm doing, I'll be doing in my API management level. That how beautiful it is. I'm telling you all this in the layman language. Okay, that is the most. I'm telling you its importance. Okay, you are getting me right. So that
Yeah.
is one of the use case what the people will be expecting in the API management. Fine, right? So later on we can discuss about products, application, templates, edit, API designer. Okay, what are the policies we can apply? That's I'm just telling you the basic and important use. Got it right regarding the API management. Okay.
Yes.
Next comes or B2B. Next comes I'll try to take the TPM at last. Okay, trading part.
Okay.
Okay, I'll tell you about trading pattern management. Okay, let's see this thing. Okay, let's see. I think it's custom type systems integrations. Scenario TPM trading. This is the monitoring. MI is custom B2B scenario. So we call this thing as trading partner management. What is trading partner management? It was recently released by SAP. Okay. So
Okay.
what we'll be having, right? Company profile, trading partner, agreement template, and agreements and partner directory. So the first thing, it's one of the capability of the integration suite. What it will do, it will monitor end to end. Okay. If any end-to-end transaction take place between any two business systems. Okay.
Mhm.
You're getting me right. You know that what is EDI, electronic data interchange.
Yes.
Have you heard about it?
Yes.
So electronic data interchange is mainly about right when you have ANSI extol structure, ED fact.
Yeah.
So in the CPI level, what we'll be doing right in the CPI level, this uh, we will try to use prepackaged content here. We will go to the integration. I'm telling you, this is the first and major thing. You know to use TPM, you need to use the prepackaged content and the customization. That's the first thing you need to understand. You cannot be doing all over customization here. The first thing what you'll be doing, right, from this trading pattern management, you will be picking this prepackaged content. You know the prepackaged content, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. So I don't want to I want to stress on all the core. Okay, I'm not telling you what is CPI. I don't want to waste your time, but I'll tell you what's more and more important. I will give you only the crux part here. Okay, you
Okay.
can see that. Okay, you can see that right. The trading partner management in trading partner management, what we will be doing, right? If your sender communication is AS to adapter, we'll be taking this part. Okay, and
Yeah.
if you're using a IDOC part, you'll be using IDOC here. You'll be taking this step one as what's your sender, whether it might be IDOC, SOAP, or AS2. You're
Uh-huh.
getting me right? So
Yes.
when you okay, you'll be what you'll be doing. In coming time, I'll try to implement step by step, or else if there is no source and target system, I'll explain the flow directly. How the process will take place, what are the what are the steps involved there. Okay. So you will be trying to copy each and every interface based on your scenario. Okay. Next, there is a interchange process flow. Its interchange process flow is like the middle part. Okay. And last, the receiver communication flow. Here also you'll be having whether you are using AS2, IDOC. So I'll show you later. The first trading partner you'll be using this custom iFlows. Okay. And, prepackaged iFlows. Later you'll do the customization. Got it?
Okay.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
These are the things you need to keep in mind.
Okay.
Okay. Then so API management one, trading partner management was the second one. I don't know why it's not working here. Let me test it again. Okay, cloud application. Okay, you can see this is how it looks once you try to do all the configurations. Fine, right?
So, like in trading partners, we can monitor from end to end, right, for the B2B scenarios.
Yeah, you can see B2B scenarios. You can monitor and
So, it is only for B2B scenarios.
yeah, it's only for the B2B part.
Okay.
So interchange and assign and interchange. Once your end-to-end transaction take place, you'll
Mm-hmm.
write monitor. Okay, fine, right? This is
Yeah.
how will be like. Even if you don't have end system, I'll tell you about the configuration part. It will be a good thing to understand for you. So how it's working. I'll be telling you
Okay.
all the interview perspective. That's fine with you, right? I don't want to like going from right from the basic. What is CPA? Okay,
Yes.
I'll tell you
Yes.
only. I'll tell you only the crux part. What is needed, and
Mm-hmm.
you got now trading pattern management. Any doubts here? Trading what
And
capability?
no, at the basic level, I understand.
The basics you got it right. So
Yeah.
what the trading pattern management really looks like? What is the main
Mm-hmm.
thing about the trading pattern? So
Yeah.
fine, right? And next thing, okay, API management. I think you have got. Next, let me go to this integrations, building the integration scenario. Okay, interface. So let me show you some small things. So we call it as iFlow. You know that, right? This is called, we call it as iFlow, whereas in the PO level we call it as ICO.
Yeah.
So it's an advanced version. So the major good part of the CPI level is you can actually imagine the data. Here you can see the receiver and sender. In CPI level, we
Mm-hmm.
are not able to see this thing. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me something now. Let it be little interactive now. So tell me what's the main difference between PIPO and CPA. So what you understand, I'll try to correct you.
PIPO is like a on-premise system, and
Okay.
coming to the CPI, it is a cloud. So from PIPO, we can integrate only with the on-premise systems, but with the CPI, we can integrate with both on-premise and the cloud systems.
So PIPO, we cannot connect to that cloud systems you're telling.
Yeah.
Salesforce, can we connect PIPO to the Salesforce?
I don't know actually.
So sales, see, that's where that's the tricky area, right? You don't
Mhm.
give any info where the interviewer can catch you. I'll tell you. PAPO we can connect to the cloud also. So we'll be doing the whitelist of APIs if you remember, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere. Yeah.
Yes.
And Salesforce adapter is also present in the PIPO, if you remember. And next thing, Salesforce is on cloud. It's not an
Yeah.
on-prem system. Okay.
Mhm.
So, and next, we need to understand about the other systems also. What is Salesforce? It's a CRM system. What it will do? What is success factor? What sort of system it is? Okay. Suppose Ariba, when you're connected to the Ariba, what Ariba is. So always have one small little bit knowledge on the end systems what you're connecting. Suppose I'll tell you about HANA DB. What sort of HANA DB is there? HANA DB. You're getting me right. What sort of data it will accept? So make it
Yeah.
as a hobby. Okay. And next thing I'll tell you. That is one thing. And go on. Okay. PAPO and
Mm.
CPA.
Mm. Uh, what else? Like apart from cloud, like no, you can tell me.
So CPI, it's a platform as a service or a software as a service. I'll tell you
It
where
is
we classify.
software as a service.
CPI is a software as a service.
Yeah.
Why? S4 HANA, what about, you know that ECC and S4 HANA, right? ECC have
Mhm.
now, it's now shifted to cloud. We call it as
Yeah.
S4.
S4 HANA, it's a platform as a service.
Okay. CPI is a software as a service.
Yeah.
You're sure?
Not sure.
I'll tell you. Okay.
Okay.
Software platform as a service means, I'll tell you where we can try to help you with the certain. I'll try to tell you the difference. Infrastructure as a service is there. Okay. Let me tell you a software as a service. You can see this thing, right?
Yes.
Platform as a service, software as a service.
Mm.
Success factor is also a software as a service. In S4 now, platform as a service, what you'll be doing, right? In infrastructure as a service, and what about on-prem here? In on-prem, you know that we'll be maintaining the servers. You know that, right? There
Mm.
is a servers area for the PA, PO for everything. We have
Yes.
to maintain the servers. Some patchwork will be going on, some cutover
Mm.
activities. We know that, right? For an on-prem system, all these things. Okay,
Yes.
when you shift to the cloud, as infrastructure as a service is the basic step. Where what will happen? The servers and the storage and the networking. So the storage part in storage happens in like Azure, AWS, all these things offer the storage systems. You are getting me. If you have any sort of doubt, stop me, because it's as important as, because this will be like starting of your language. Yeah, okay, it is as important as like very important. Okay,
Okay.
so in on-prem systems, I'll tell you, you have server, storage, networkings, you have rooms, right? If you remember, you'll be maintaining your server room somewhere if you have on-prem system. Okay.
Yes.
Next thing, what will happen, right? If you shift to the software like the cloud, all your servers and storage and networking will be maintaining by someone. Okay. When you
Mm-hmm.
try to create one trial account, you have created trial account or you have not created. Have you tried ever to create a trial account?
Mm, yeah, I have created it long back, but now I need to create
There
again.
you'll be selecting Azure or USA. You'll be selecting the countries, right? Singapore,
Yes.
USA, AWS, Azure.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
what is Azure and AWS there? It will tell you the what sort of storage are there.
Okay.
Okay, right? So that means the storage is maintained and servers are maintained by the SAP itself or the third party, Azure or AWS. So half of your headache is gone, right or wrong?
Yeah. Yes.
So next thing comes the OS, middleware, and runtime. Okay.
Mm.
The OS, whatever the OS, now comes the OS. OS means Fury. So what, like how the 1 minute,
Mm-hmm.
the look and feel. The OS comes with the look and feel, how the icon should look like, and what are the, the backend coding. All will be maintained here. And what you have to do, right? The data and application part, it only depends upon you. You can build applications here. You can use the data also. You can try to transform the data also. You're getting me here.
Yes.
This platform as a service, where you can do all, you can create something as a platform. Okay, what will be doing, right? You'll be managing the data, and you will be managing the application here. You can do edit, you can modify things here, you can create things here in the platform as a service. Whereas software as a service, everything is pre-built. You cannot do anything here, you just use the service. When you go
Okay.
to success factors, what will do, right? You cannot create any employee. You can like, you cannot do any sort of modification, or you cannot do any sort of building of applications there. Here it's already an application, you're just using this service. Whereas CPI, you are creating the things, right? You are creating the data, you are creating a product, you are creating some application or service. You are getting me, right? Where the
Yes.
all the building of things there, all the building up, like I can tell you platform as a service, like CPI is a platform as a service. Where what will you do? Where you will try to build an application here in the BTP level, or you can do like you can try to integrate two systems and to handle the data here. You'll be handling the data. You can see the green color, right?
Hmm.
The data is on you. You'll try to handle however the data is coming, however you're pushing the data here. You'll try to create applications, try to maintain the applications here. So all these two it's green. Matlab you'll be doing some sort of dirty work here in the platform as a service. Whereas software as a service is a pre-built. You just use the service. That's it. As for HANA comes as a software as a service, you will not be doing any sort of developing there. You will not be like creating. You will not be creating any new things there. Okay.
Okay.
Platform as a service, you'll be creating you'll not be handling any data here. Okay. You'll try
Hmm.
to use the platform as a service with the software as a service in order to push the data. You what you do, right? Moreover, like I am explaining you, try to go to the videos, try to search blogs, and try to have some more idea on this thing
Okay. Yeah.
and come up with some doubts.
Sure.
Okay. This is like basic A, and this is very important. And trust me, right? Even if I'm taking any sort of interview, I'm going to test here the basic things.
Okay.
So I used to have fun on these things. Okay. So SaaS, PaaS, infrastructure as a service. Okay.
Yeah.
Getting me. And what are the capabilities are there? I worked on BTP also. I'll try to like in coming days. And next thing, what you have to do, right? Sorry, Sandra is there. So you need to discover about BTP also. Okay.
Okay.
You forget about CPI. Okay. You will be now working on BTP. Okay.
Mhm.
Success factor, EDI, CPI, API management. Whatever the services here, we call it as Discovery Center. It will tell you all the services. What are the services available in the BTP part? I want you to go to these services.
Okay.
I'll show you the URL here.
Yeah.
You can see the machine and services, service catalog.
Hmm.
Okay. You can see one alert notification here. I have worked on alert notification also. Okay. I have worked on event mesh. Now they have bring advanced event mesh here. Okay. Alert notification I have worked on. Next, cloud transport management. This service I have worked on. Okay. CACD, continuous indication delivery. I have got one idea on CACD. Okay. Doc next event mesh. This service I have idea. And this service what I've done, right? I'll tell you, right, document management service is very new and very few
Okay.
people have implemented. I have worked on document management service also.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to go through this each and every service and have some idea on this thing. You're getting me?
Sure. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it will help you to like think more deeply. Like moreover, tomorrow if any clients comes, you can tell them I worked on BTP. What are the services you have worked on? You can tell me that I have worked on all these services. It will give you a good impression. And next thing
Mm-hmm.
is like you need to understand about integration suite and extension suite. Take it as a small assignment. Tell me the difference between integration suite and extension suite and what services comes under integration suite and extension suite. Okay.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
have extension suite also. I want you
Okay.
to note down the difference between integration suite and extension suite and what are the difference and what are the services. Does event mesh comes under integration suite or extension suite? If someone tells me plainly that I have worked on event mesh, I used to ask them, it's a part of integration suite or extension suite.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go through that by
Yeah.
tomorrow.
So I don't want to be like more boring like what is CPI. I can tell you like what is CPI, right? It's an integration suite, what it is. It will be more on I'll tell you like it's I want you to like cover all the aspects here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. More of the adapter level also.
Okay.
Okay.
So
You are
what
getting
all the adapters you will be covering in this session?
so we will be covering the basic HTTP. So
Mm-hmm.
so as we don't have access for the end systems, you know that right? IDOC is not possible. I'll tell you like how the IDOC comes, how the structure is. I'll try to explain you even if you're not doing the hands-on. Okay. XA
Okay.
adapter. I'll write what the adapters I worked on is like HTTP, SOAP, OData, XI. I'll tell you what is OData adapter. Okay,
Hmm.
I'll give you. OData is very important. You have to learn the OData.
Okay.
I'll tell you what's important. Like moreover, I'll tell you like what the people want, what
Yeah.
the need is.
You mean mainly at the interview point of view?
Interview point of view. See, if today I'm teaching that tomorrow is not clearing the interview.
Hmm?
There is no need, right? I'll feel bad. I don't know about others, right? If I have teaching someone if they are not clearing the interview, right? I'll feel literally bad.
Yeah.
And most thing like people are giving me time, right? You're giving me time, right? It's very
Yes.
important for me. I don't want to waste your time and my time and like all these things happening and tomorrow if not the result is coming. I'll try to have like I'll teach you less. I'll take mock interviews regularly for you, like what the people are expecting. Like I'll tell you, right? Knowing things is different, telling the things is different, because what the people, I'll tell you all the sets of questions what the people are asking, what the people are expecting. Okay,
Okay.
and where the people will caught you, where the people
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, what's in the market. I have already given you.
So, like, will you also help me with the resume preparation?
Sure, definitely. So there is
Okay.
no point of asking that, right? Not if I'm not of any use, like I'm not will be like. And next thing, tell me what's your total experience here.
Sorry?
What's your total experience in the PAPO?
Like my total experience is 4.7, but hardly I have worked for 3 years in the projects.
So which company previously you have worked on?
I worked in Infosys and Birlasoft.
So both the companies, they have not
Yeah.
talked you in CPA like what they have told.
No, there was no projects in like in the project that I was working na, all the senior people got like they resigned, and my manager is not ready to release only the few people who are already existing like more than 2 years. So there I didn't get a chance to work in the CPI, and in Birlasoft also like. I attended for a couple of interviews for the CPI to the client interviews, but I couldn't clear them.
Fine. So what we will do, right? Parallelly, we'll work on the interview questions. I want you to like day one. I'll be working on your interview questions.
Yeah, that will be very helpful.
Yeah, I know because I know what what the candidates want, right?
So like I have already attended couple of interviews for the CPI. I have some sort of questions which I have noted from the interview. So will you help me to answer them as well?
Yeah, sure. You do one thing now. You just paste all the questions and try to copy all the questions, and try
Mm-hmm.
to like you have it in the notepad or you have written in somewhere in the notebook.
No, I have written it my system only. It is in Word notepad. Yeah, Wordpad.
Okay, you do one thing, right? You
I
copy.
searched in the internet and got to know some answers, and I noted those answers as well. I will share the answers as well. If there are any corrections, like you can tell me.
Sure. You do one thing now. In the you try to copy all the questions and paste it in the chat. I'll try to copy and I'll try to go through all these things. Okay.
Now itself,
Now itself it's fine, right? If you have time.
uh, like you can give me mail ID. I will
Sure.
provide because like due to network issue, I joined from the phone now.
Sure. So these basic things today I'll
Okay.
try to have this. Let me where is the mail ID? So I'll tell my mail ID. It's try to
Mhm.
take a screenshot here.
I will note it down. One second.
Fine.
Abdul Khan. Yeah, done.
Done, right? So
Yes.
share me the questions. I'll try to prep it, and we'll see. Okay.
Okay.
I want you to take the things very slowly. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. We will not be hurrying. Okay. I'll take it as slow as possible. Okay. Sometimes.
Sure,
Okay.
sure. No
Okay.
problem.
No
I
worries.
can also ask you questions regarding PIPO, right?
PAPO, frankly speaking, PAPO, I have not worked on many projects. I've tell you it's similarly opposite for me. I'll try to find the answers here if it's possible.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll
Mainly, like I have doubts with the file adapter in PIPO.
file adapter. Tell me
Yeah.
now. So what's doubts in the file adapter?
If we want to have the file name at the receiver side dynamically, if we are having the IDOC number in the file in the receiving file, so the file name should come as that IDOC number from the payload along with the timestamp attached. So for the timestamp, we will be having an option in the adapter itself to add timestamp. But I'm little bit confused how to get that IDOC number from the payload.
Okay, okay, okay.
So I have a couple of questions noted down on this as well.
From PAPO, right? I'll
Mm-hmm.
tell you frankly, right? PAPO, I've been like not involved so much. In the CPA level, I can answer you anything here. Like,
Yeah, sure, no
I
problem.
don't want to be like I don't want like today I'll be telling something it doesn't work for you. I want to be
Mm-hmm.
sure on whatever things I'll be giving to people. Okay, Anusha.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Anusha. Thanks for joining, for giving your time. Hope you have learned something here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go to that BTP services. Always learn CPA, nothing. Concentrate on integration suite as well. So I'll tell you, I've cleared like most MNC interviews I've cleared. I've cleared IBM, Capgemini, I've cleared Shell, Sony, Sonata, you name anything, right? I know what the
Yeah,
people are expecting. If you go only on the CPA level, it may not excite you. We need to excite the other person around. So the thing
mm-hmm.
what you worked on. CPI is like it's like a box of chocolates. The things like you can pick anything, right? Just master it. Try to try to be more search for all the services there. Try to like spend some time. Okay, you're
Sure.
getting me, right? Just
Yeah.
okay. Tomorrow, okay. Yeah, thanks Anusha. Thanks for giving time. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Hi, Anusha.
Yeah.